Okay. Let me reset real quick. Okay. Is it saying we are live? Give me a hot moment. Oh, it's saying we are live. Okay, give me a moment. Let me go and post the link in the Discord. I don't know why I'm putting on an accent. Streaming. Okay, no. There we go. I'm posting the link. And then post it in the other Discord. Way to draw a smiley face. Okay, there we go. There we go. Links have been posted. Let me just refresh my feed real quick. Okay, I believe we're live. Things are working. Let me get out of the camera view. Okay. We are live and rolling. Things should be going smoothly. I'm gonna refresh it one more time because I'm paranoid. Because I don't want people to chat and be tabbing right now and I'm being like, I can't see you. Give me a moment. Nope. Nothing. Okay. That's fine. Alright. Well, in any case, welcome to the stream. We are going to be... Hold on 1 second. Bloop. Oh, did I have mail? Did I see mail? Mail! Oh, look at that. I don't know what that is. What is this for? Oh, it's a level up material. Lovely. Yeah. So... Sorry, 1 second. So the plan for today is we're gonna do the I forget what it's called. Yeah, the Inversion of Genesis quest, which is part of Sumeru. Where you're gonna go to the Sanctuary of Surasthana. In order to look for more information about your sibling, you and Paimon decide to visit Nihida in the Sanctuary of Surasthana once more. Along the way, you hear people discussing something. So yes. So we're going to be doing the Inversion of Genesis. I don't know how long this quest is. I assume I'll probably only do this one today. But depending on how long it takes, maybe we'll be able to get away with doing something later. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But yeah, we're gonna be doing Inversion of Genesis, which is the last quest of Sumeru before we do the... Before we jump into Fontaine stuff. There are other Archon quests, or other story quests I need to do, like I need to do Tignaris, I need to do...
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Damn. Okay, yeah, so I know I need to do, Tighnari's story quest, Dia's story quest. There are a lot of characters' story quests I need to do. I need to do Hida's as well. Of Sumeru, but like, there are many story quests I haven't done. Which I'm more playing into where my motivation stream-wise takes me. Because I don't really want to I don't want to do a character quest where I'm not motivated to do it at the time, because it doesn't make a great deal of sense. But yeah. Anyway, continuing on, we're gonna get on with the story quest. I'm just gonna check something real quick. Okay, no, we're fine. Oh, what? No. There we go. Is it working? Sorry, I'm just paranoid, so I'm checking something out. No, we're fine, we're fine. Okay, let's get into it.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tatara Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Why do I feel like I know that voice? That voice sounds really familiar to me. I'm gonna have to Google this. What's his name? Sawada. Give me a second. So, Genshin Impact Sawada voice actor. The trouble is with these NPCs is they never. Kit Harrison. Okay, it's not who I thought it was. Kit Harrison is the English dub for Sawada Genshin Impact. Hang on, what does he look like? I'm good with faces, not necessarily names. Give me a moment. If it'll let me. No, I'll just do that. Kit Harrison. English actor. Maybe I don't really recognize him. Voice actor. Give me a second. No, I mean, it doesn't really look familiar, but like that voice sounds familiar. I feel like I've heard. Right, 1 second. Yeah, I feel like I've heard Sawada's voice in things before. Like that, like whoever voices him, like that. It sounds like very memorable. Also, hello MC Legend 13. Welcome to the stream. We are going to be doing the Sumeru Inversion of Genesis Archon quest today. Don't know why I bothered introducing that, because you can literally read the title of the stream. But yeah, so this is the last Archon quest we're going to be doing for Sumeru before we move on to Fontaine. So yeah. I'll try and keep my theories to a minimum, but oh boy, there's a lot to discuss after You Can Do Better release. Okay, well, no worries. If you want to pause any theory, I'm gonna say I'm probably mainly gonna be focusing on the game. But if you want to drop a theory here and there, then feel free to. Feel free to.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person. I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Fair enough. Can't argue with that.
Yes, you came to me. So all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
See, that's the thing. Not only does the voice not suit this character, but I love the voice. Don't get me wrong. I was expecting like an older dude for that kind of an older voice for this kind of character, but like I feel like I know that voice. That voice sounds really familiar to me.
Okay, but
did one of them just mention Tatara Suna? But that's all the way in Inazuma. Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here is just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything.
We're gonna go and eavesdrop. We're gonna go and spy on people, Paimon.
Great. Let's go find out what this Tatara Suna mystery is all about.
Oh, don't we already? Did we? I didn't stream it, but like, is like a Tatara? Isn't Tatara Suna that area in Inazuma which is like all electrocuted? You get infected with the plague if you enter it. Probably a really bad explanation, but hey ho. Also, I have Lintly doors here, so I'm gonna be eating some chocolate. Give me a moment. Where am I going? I want in on your conversation, nerds.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. Ugh, if only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about him, this seems like the kind of thing he'd know about.
Looking for me?
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Make your wish and I shall appear.
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
If you don't believe me, I'll go.
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma.
No.
This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
I quite like his voice. Who is... I just googled it, so I know who voices him, but, like, I love that voice. I want to know what else he's voiced in. I have a theory of why both Stella and Lance wasn't in the episode. Perhaps Lance somehow is connected to Stella's prophecy, as she is powerful, and perhaps Lance wants to use her get his power back. It's a possibility. However, do remember that he is a frog. Like, he can't really do much of anything other than follow the Crusaders around. Like, I don't feel like he would go to the Nether, because let's face it, if he goes to the Nether, after Kane and Ciara and the others, I feel like Abigail would probably just kick him into some lava. So, you know, there is that. He's probably easily gonna get burnt. 2, he sleeps a lot all the time. But also remember that at the tavern we still have Nostra there. Nostra is still at the tavern, so it's not like Stella's alone. But yeah, it definitely seems very intentional that the rest of the Crusaders went to go and find, or went into the Nether, and Stella didn't. So that seems very intentional, but you never know. Obviously Lance is in the tavern with her, but so is Nostra. Remember, Nostra is there as well, so just something to throw out there. Anyway,
So
I'm not disregarding you.
Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kind of lacking.
Relatable. Anyway, yeah, I'm not really disregarding your theory. Just throwing that information out there. You know.
Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
Sure, but I don't remember.
We don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
Ah, I see.
Sorry, I got out this time.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Go on.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Sure. Oh, what's on that house? Sorry, I was...
Let me give you some background. This all started.
I really
with
hope
the
you didn't hear me
discovery
just
of some
drinking, just
records
guzzling
in
down my
Tatarasuna.
drink right then.
The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade.
Have we heard that name before, chat? What's the matter, Hollybob? Honey, what's the matter? No? Okay. Yeah, have we heard of Mikoshi Nagamata before? Or Nagamasa? I don't know how to pronounce names. I suck at it. I'm sorry.
But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows.
Okay.
Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger. Someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
Okay. So it's like a Japanese word? Hold on, 1 second, chat. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I was just closing that door slightly. I have a feeling there's gonna be some drama in the next episode, especially between Rain and Abigail. The next episode certainly needs dialogue because that would, help everything make more sense. Oh, absolutely, 100% agreed on that. Or at least with the last part. If there is no dialogue or at least with the interaction between Rain and Abigail, I will be tremendously disappointed. Like, that needs dialogue to feel the full impact of their emotions between the two of them. I'll be completely honest, I don't want their interaction to be contained within a fight. I feel like it would be much more engaging to capture their raw emotions than it would be to just make them fight each other. Because that, and I feel like everybody, I was reading the comments of that episode, and everybody was like, well, Rain just looked at her like an enemy gaze, like, you know. But, like, if you actually play that whole scene back of when he goes out of his ender eyes to his normal eyes, he looks angry, and then he gives like an angry surprised look. Like he's processing things. So I don't think it's quite as simple as like, oh, he still thinks she's the enemy. I could be proven wrong when the episode comes out. When next episode comes out. But that's what it looked like to me. It looked like he was angry at first, but then he was just stunned. If that makes sense. So I want there to be drama. I don't want it to break out in just a straight up fight, because that would just... I feel like that kind of just is going back on all the progress they've made on Rain's character since Clear Skies. So yeah, what I would like for the next episode is it to be like almost like an Abigail perspective of, was it Just So You Know? Is that the name of the episode? Hold on. Let me Google. I've forgotten the name of the Rare Minute episodes. Let me Google real quick. I don't want to play any episodes, but... Is it Just So You Know? Yeah, Just So You Know. So what I would quite like is like an Abigail perspective of Just So You Know. Because like, in season 1 we had the Rain perspective. I would like a Abigail perspective of things. That would be quite cool to see. So it's like an emotional episode, but on Abigail's perspective. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. I don't know. I'm still slightly under the I'm still strongly under the hope that that Rain will faint in the next episode. I really want Rain to faint for some reason. And the only reason I do want it to happen is because I feel like it would really show the progress of the ups and downs that Rain's constantly felt. Like, he lost his he died before his girlfriend in the zombie apocalypse. He saw his girlfriend get corrupted. He was forced to kill her. He then was traumatized by that experience. Then as soon as he gets over that, he meets her again. So it doesn't, I'm not asking for there to be any sort of romantic interaction between the two of them anymore. I'm fully expecting it to stay platonic, but they have a history. They are still very close, regardless. And just because he's gotten over her death, seeing her alive again would hit you like a ton of bricks. don't get what you say, it would hit him like a ton of bricks. But anyway, just that's just my take on things. Hope they don't fight, because if they do it, it would be like the 4th time. Yeah, it would be too repetitive, but also it would be like just bad writing, in my opinion. Like, it would feel very forced. And if there's one thing I don't like, it's forced writing. Things need to flow and seem very natural. I wonder what Abigail would think if she does find out about Stella. We know she's gonna find out about Stella. My current theory at the moment is that perhaps as the two of them are reconciling in the next episode, maybe Stella walks into the Nether or something. But then again, I feel like Stella's left on her own for another reason. But I do feel like I am still very confident, and I said this back in I think I said this back in Already Dead, but I'm very confident. No, it wasn't Already Dead. It was in I Tried It Today. I said this, but I'm pretty sure how the Stella prophecy is going to come to the surface is through Abigail, because Kane's intentionally keeping it secret, and he's the only other person who knows. But Abigail won't. Abigail will be quite vocal about it, because she knows. I don't know if she knows it's Stella, but I mean, you only have to take one look at Stella. She's a witch and she's a demon. You know, connecting dots. Anyway, so I feel like that's how that's gonna come to the surface. We'll have to see how what happens with when the next episode gets announced, but we'll see. Anyway,
that's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This Kabuki Mono lived in Tatara Suna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
Oh.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens? Seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
Okay.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow, did I get lucky!
Lucky!
Stop shouting!
Abigail is smart enough to figure it out quick. I mean, you just have to look at Stella. It's not about being smart. You just have to have common sense. But look at Stella, and she's like, she's just a witch with horns. That's all you need to see, and be like, oh, she's the prophecy witch. Because all the others are dead.
This part's important.
Anyway.
I just wanted to make it stand out.
Okay.
It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago.
Okay.
Even back then, Tatara Suna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Interesting. Two people have gone missing.
Wait, so there are 2 missing people in this story now?
Yeah, apparently.
That's right. What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
And this is why it made me do the Kazuha story quest, because it's talking about the swordsmith history, which, if you haven't watched my stream of the Kazuha story quest, it delves into the swordsmiths of Inazuma, basically.
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art.
So this Niwa is Kazuha's ancestor. Interesting.
Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
Probably, since you mentioned it, probably is connected.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
There's more? Hold on. I wonder what would happen if Abigail from Fractures met Abigail from Songs of War. A Songs of War Fractures crossover would be the greatest crossover in the history of history. Forget Endgame. Maybe. I feel like Abigail from Fractures and Abigail from Songs of War are quite similar, but also different, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. It's hard to picture, but I can see what you're hoping for, or thinking about rather. Anyway.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course.
Can you get to the point?
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki Mono was not a human, but a puppet.
Wait, is it Scaramouche? Is Scaramouche the puppet? Sorry, of course he's a puppet. Is he the Kabuki Mono?
A puppet?
The Shogun puppet was that the Electro Archon made during the ruling of Inazuma with her as we speak. It couldn't be her. The Kabuki Mono has to be the balladeer, but what was he doing 400 years ago in Tatarasuna?
Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
Paimon hopes she keeps her mouth shut.
No. Paimon just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound...
I agree. It does.
Sorry,
But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
No, thank you. Even though that's an impossible crossover, if it did become real, then no doubt Pythus and Neus would constantly be at each other's throats for who's the true king of the Nether. The thing is about that is that, yes, they're both conquerors, but I feel like Neus is the slightly better out of the two of them. Like, Pythus is just straight up cruel. He's straight up, like, boisterous. Whereas Neus actually does care about the other people of the Nether. You know? So, perhaps I feel like what we need is, like, a Neus backstory to, like, understand his character more. Because we understand a lot about Pythus, I feel like. But we need more on Neus, if I'm being honest. Like, maybe, like, what happened when he was Netherkin in the Nether or something like that. I am not reading all that. Too much information. Look, chat. Lore. Oh, just a story. I don't know.
Oh, and please read my essay draft as well.
No, I don't want to. Look! Words! Look at all these beautiful words.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach.
I
but
hate words.
Essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it.
Okay.
Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
I don't understand what's being said anymore.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
It sounds more like a novel. Has this guy ever written an essay before?
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
That's a good point, actually.
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
I'll leave you to it.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good luck with your essay.
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
So I think he's from Vahumana, right? That's the Vahumana, like, symbol. Wait, now listen here, Paimon. You don't say shit about the balladeer.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, then Even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh?
True. Why can't we share it with them? I don't know.
After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it?
Oh. Didn't think about it like that. Okay.
If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
Hello? What's wrong?
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by. Over there. It looked like...
Scaramouche! Scaramouche, do the fandango!
The Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Well, last we heard he was in a coma. He's not in a coma anymore, apparently. Apparently becoming a god really does a number to you.
10 points for agility.
Follow the figure you just saw. We know who it was. I just caught a... Okay. Oh look, it's the Balladeer. Whippy! We can...
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida, bad news. We just saw the Balladeer strolling around in public.
He's literally just off to the side here, Paimon.
Did he escape or... Ah, it's him!
He's just standing there smiling, being like, I'm here. I'm minding my own business.
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surastana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain.
Then start explaining, Nahida.
It was my idea to set the Balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
Is that wise? Should I be questioning the God of Wisdom's ability, like, knowledge? But, like, I don't feel like I have the right to question your smarts, but I don't feel like this is a really good idea.
A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What
Probably.
did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about.
I don't want to kill you because you're a playable. Actually, it would be really cool to think about it. It would be really cool if one day, I have said this before, 'cause I think I said it in Sino's story quest, but it would be really cool if one day they killed a playable character and then made them become like a playable. So you can still play as them, but like canonically in the story they're dead.
But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Because I have seen like many people, I have seen many people saying that they want Signora to be a playable character, but like she's dead. She's dead. She's not coming back in the story. So like, I can see why people would want her to be playable, but I don't feel like she is. Like I feel like she's. If they were gonna do that, they would have released her back in Inazuma.
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet. ...
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down?
You could ask us. I can't promise we'll oblige.
But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
He's having a field day with this. He's loving life right now.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us.
Just Paimon, you get worked up too easily. He just enjoys the reactions you're giving him. Don't give him the satisfaction.
As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal, even with the Balladeer.
So what's this deal you struck with her anyway?
Well, I, for one, have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Oh, right. He knows about that, but we... Okay.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time.
So I can't learn about... Tell me what you told the doctor.
The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us.
Damn!
That puts him in quite a precarious position.
Damn, so he just called you weak. She just called you weak. You just got called weak by a god.
Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond.
True.
Wait a second. Former? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
He tossed you out like trash. Damn! To be fair, that sounds like the doctor.
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are.
Yeah.
That's how it was between me and the Fatui. And also between each of the harbingers.
Man, your colleagues must suck.
So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Wow, Ether really has no sympathy or empathy to offer with the Balladeer. Really? Oh, what a crying shame.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
I'll kill them all!
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
Fair enough.
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Would she be making that offer to you if she was gonna side with us? Think about that.
Yeah, obviously! Yahira, don't listen to him! Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
so we're just doing a teamwork exercise?
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nihira, are you serious about this?
Does she look like she's joking?
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
For me?
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that? Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point.
Interesting.
It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am.
Oh, so you're using him to get your hands on that information. Gotcha.
He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect.
Interesting.
The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me.
Okay.
So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
What if he lies to you?
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him!
Well, to be fair, you've also treated him like an enemy, so it goes both ways, Paimon. Just putting that out there. But also, Nahida can mind read people, so I don't feel like that's really a big deal. Like, if he lies, then she can just be like, pew pew! With that little, like, hand movement thing.
But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all.
Chocolate. I mean, what?
Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns.
Which is Lumine.
As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer.
Oh, what happened there?
As someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you.
Oh, wait, 1 second. Sorry, chat. 1 second. Sorry. It's just my phone, mate. It's okay, honey bub. Hey, come in here. Come on, lay down. You come up here? No, you gotta lay down there. Okay, you lay down there then. It's okay, Bubba. Okay. Sorry, it's just my. If you hear my noise in the background, it's just my dog.
If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
Thank you, Nahida.
It's my
Appreciate
pleasure,
it.
really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
Yippee!
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help? I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection.
It's okay, honey bub. Calm down.
In fact,
Yeah, if
I
you hear
was
noise
going
in the
to
background,
ask
it's
you
just
to
my
supervise
dogs.
the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned.
We have to babysit him!
Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease.
Alright, bet.
Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
Got it.
Great. Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
You got it, Nahida.
Wow. It looks pretty
Careful.
different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler.
Wait, hold on. 1
That
second.
must be because
1
Sumeru's
second.
at
Oh, you
peace
managed to
now.
get up. Okay, you were just being difficult. Did you just want some attention? Good gal. Right, okay. Hey, bro, we can't. I can't even jump. We gotta.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Yeah, Nahida sent me to babysit you, bro.
Shut your beak, jailbird. No way a prisoner gets to be so smug.
Is your beak, Jill? But damn. Paimon, chill.
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards, but right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Yeah, maybe.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous.
Thank you, Nahida.
I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru.
I'm gonna delete that comment, okay? Like, I know Nahida's like a 5-year-old, oh no, a 100-year-old god, but can we not talk about smashing a child? Can we not talk about that, please? Come on, guys, have some decency.
Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through.
Okay.
I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Understood.
Fine. Let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Hi, Chris. Welcome to the stream. We're currently doing the Inversion of Genesis Archon quest of Sumeru. This is the last Sumeru quest I'll be doing before we move on to Fontaine. She's like 500. It's okay. She's still in the body of a child. Okay, it's still messed up to me just to say those kind of things. Okay, if you're gonna say that about like the characters in an adult body, that's fine. You can say those kind of things, but like don't say it about the children characters. The children models, that is, because it's still wrong.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are gonna be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
So great, we can just be lazy and let you do all the work. I'm okay with this arrangement, actually.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
Well, isn't he like 400 years old? 400, 500 years old?
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going.
Okay.
Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
God damn it, his smugness.
Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
There's no need for all the biting sarcasm.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Okay.
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Yeah, it's like the thing we used when we connected to Nikita's consciousness. Farina's better anyway? I have seen what Farina looks like.
Wow. So this is the inside of Irminsul.
So I think. No, never mind. I lost my train of thought. It's different than what I imagined. I don't know what I imagined.
Paimon's never seen anything like this, and it feels like a sacred place.
It looks weird. It looks like the background of like a Windows background. I don't know.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Teyvat. Every bit of information flowing here means something.
Oh yeah, no shit.
Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Okay.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Because you hate him?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Oh, he's smiling. He's got a cute little smile. I will admit that.
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
He's being quite protective actually. To give him credit, he's not entirely being a pain in the butt.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here. What would happen?
It would kill you, Paimon.
What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Right, bet. Be careful I said that about it. Well, don't talk about. Okay, if for the love of God, chat, I'm gonna say this. And I'm gonna only say this once. Don't talk about any sort of sexual relationship with a minor. Character or not, it's fucked up, okay? If I see any more talk about that again, I will just ban you from the chat. Or time you out, depending on the severity of your claim. But, seriously, grow the fuck up. Come on. Also, hello, MX Initial? I'm sorry, I'm bad at pronouncing things, so... But anyway, hello, welcome to the stream. We're currently doing the Inversion of Genesis Archon quest, the last one of Sumeru, so welcome to the stream, welcome. Okay. I'm following you. I'm following you. And your fabulous hat.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
I'll try my best. You're gonna walk right into that. Okay.
It looks the same in every direction.
This space is neat as usual, but it seems like the Balladeer is more used to it than I. You said not to touch it, and yet you're walking into it.
Mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
He just
There's
likes
a time
mocking
and a
you.
place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
No, because I'm with you. Why would I ever think about releasing my guard or lowering my guard? I don't know.
We're here.
What a huge tree!
It almost looks like it looks exactly like Irminsul, only it's blue.
Lesser Lord.
Oh, sorry, I was supposed to read that. I kind of just glossed over it.
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
Ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
Okay.
The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
Maybe. He hasn't put up any resistance. He seems good at working on the front line. Maybe he had a similar role on the Fertility. First, Aquaba. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. First, Aquaba and Sawada's stories. Now this. What a strange individual.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Okay. Well, this is boring. You know, we just.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
Nahida, is this a telepathic conversation?
Yes. I've also invited Paimon to join.
We're just casually having a group chat that doesn't include the Balladeer. Nahida just invited me and Paimon to the group chat, and it's just like the Balladeer's just kicked out of it. He's not involved. I feel like it's been forever since I did that quest. Oh. Yeah, I guess Sumeru has been out for a while. I don't know. I'm quite far behind, so you know.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
Yeah, I know. Welcome to the group chat, Paimon. I'm guessing that you don't want us to disturb the Balladeer.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Sure. Now let's talk shit about him. Let's talk shit about the Balladeer.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great. So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladier's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
He's just a snarky individual. You should know this by now, Paimon. Yes, and he seems to excel in doing odd jobs for others.
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand.
Oh. So is this partially for his benefit as well, then, I wonder?
Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Is it about his past, the betrayals, and the other events in Inazuma?
Well done. Smart and attentive as always.
So I guess here we'll probably learn a bit about, his past. Like, more about those betrayals, maybe? Since it was brought up. Actually, I caught a glimpse of a few things I ran into, when I ran into Hypatia at Padas DI. You relate everything you just saw about
So, contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Ah, I see.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Well, yeah, I was about to say, yeah, he's human, but he's not, he's a puppet. But, like, he's a person. He has feelings. He has a brain.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Yeah.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatara Suna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
I'm gonna assume you don't want spoilers. Yeah, no spoilers, please, chat. No spoilers at all. I don't want to have to time people out or ban people because of the spoilers. So please don't spoil. Please, please, please. You're welcome to give suggestions of things you want me to see. Like if I got, for example, if we run across a point where like you're like scan this person with Nahida, they give extra information. Like you can suggest those kind of things to me. I don't mind that, but like don't tell me, you know, don't actually give me spoilers about stuff that will happen, and no backseating, please. They're the only two rules I really throw out there. So yeah.
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatara Suna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination.
Oh, sorry, I just skipped ahead there. My bad.
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
Damn.
So the Gesse got it right?
The guessing. I can't skip. It won't let me. Dang it, my mouse died. Give me a moment, chat. I'm sorry. My mouse said a big fuck you. You don't get to play the story. There we go.
Well,
Fixed
I
it.
guessed right about one thing. Tatara Suna was sabotaged.
Not gonna lie, I think I did this quest half asleep, so I don't remember half of it. Fair enough. Fair enough. I won't blame you there. Being normal finally. Anyways, have you tried the Genshin Wordle? What's the Genshin Wordle? I've never heard of it.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
Yeah, even the Balladeer said you kicked me out of the group chat. How dare you?
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
It's honestly frustrating when they pull. Oh, sorry, I can't read. It's honestly frustrating when they put fun little interactions in optional dialogue that is easy to miss. Yeah, like I feel like one thing I did find out about recently was, I think it's after Act 5, after you do all the craziness with the whole, you know, Calamity and Sumeru. I think there's an interaction between Alhaitham and Kaveh that I missed. So like you talk to Alhaitham in the library. I think you're supposed, from what I saw on a video, you're supposed to leave and go back to that library, and I just completely missed that at the time. So unfortunately, I didn't get that. But that was I do quite like the interactions between those two. It is quite funny to see them argue. But yeah, if there are those kind of interactions in the future that I am, or in the stream or whatever, that you know are a thing, you're more than welcome to point those out to me, okay? You're more than welcome, if there's anything I need to scan with Nahida or like to go to somewhere else to see a conversation between two characters, you're more than welcome to tell me about those, okay? I have no problem with that. Called Genshin Idol, but it was basically Wordle but with Genshin characters. Only playable characters though? I'm a bit lost. No. Hold on. Oh, you mean like, do you mean like a quiz? Do you mean like a quiz type thing?
Don't insult me.
I have
You're
streamer
having a
brain,
private
I'm sorry.
conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
Try it? Okay, maybe I will. Maybe I might do like, because I do want to get into the habit of streaming things other than just playing the game. And I do already plan on, depending on, I don't know, have time today, but I do plan to do a stream where like, I react to the Harbinger video, because my friend sent me a link to that video, revealing all the Harbingers, because I haven't watched that yet. I also want to, I also need to find a link to, apparently there's a, chat told me there was a, I think like a webtoon based on Colley's past, and I'm gonna read through that on stream. But yeah, if you guys have other suggestions for like quizzes or videos, or as long as it doesn't spoil the main story that I'm currently at right now, then you're more than welcome to suggest things. I definitely missed some. Sorry, I definitely missed some stuff in Sunny's second story quest. I'm guilty of just doing whatever the quest says instead of looking around. To be fair, Phantom Flame, I do the exact same thing. So please, I actually encourage you, if you know that there's another conversation happening elsewhere that's not on the main storyline, or there's like other characters I can scan or whatever, please encourage me to go look for them, or just tell me where I can go to find them. Otherwise, I am very likely to miss them. So yeah, we haven't already getting a little bit.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
There's a daily mode and an infinite book. Daily is one character per day, though.
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait, how did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
Didn't we have information, though, that Lamine, for whatever reason, isn't in the Descenders category? Like, is she, like, didn't Nahida tell us that Lamine's from this world?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
It might spoil some newer Genshin characters, weapons, visions, and other factors. What do you mean, the quiz? So yeah, the main thing I'm more worried about getting spoiled with is the storyline. As long as I'm not spoiled with the storyline, I don't mind, you know, other potential leaks or whatever. I try to avoid them. I will try my best to avoid them, but as long as the storyline itself is not spoiled for me, that's all I really care about. What was he saying? It's not like you're maybe met before, but you're world famous. Every conversation with you is hard work, but your attitude is better than I thought.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself, and making cordial conversation is something I can manage.
Well, you should be able to do that a lot more often than Balladeer.
Huh? Wait.
What? It's a tree!
This light, it looks similar to those saplings.
It's a
What
tree.
could it be?
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Chill, Paimon.
Just wait.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Paimon.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
Oh, okay. So wait, Niwa was the name that was brought up earlier. That's Kazua's ancestor.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
So is this information about, like, I guess what happened in the Tatara Suna incident?
It's...
That name, Niwa, was that... that name, Niwa, was the man in charge at Tatara Suna, plus he belongs to the lineage of Isinat.
Wow!
We got sucked into a tree! I want to say a TV, but it's not a TV, it's a tree.
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else.
I don't know who voices this guy, but I love your voice. It sounds great.
Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place.
Not so sure about your
Giant
hairdo.
village. People are gainfully employed. Their lives have purpose. They are motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing Crystal Marrow.
Alrighty, Toodaloo. Toodaloo, Bacon Toast. Thank you for tuning in.
The forging industry with Crystal Marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown, all passing on their legacy. Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Oh, yeah, oh, okay, so it was this dude who was talking. I kind of figured because this guy wasn't moving his lips. But I love your voice. It sounds really, really cool.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma, and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher.
It's
Is
Escher.
this really the truth?
Ooh.
My good sir, what do you mean?
Why does that voice sound familiar? I don't know why.
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected, because I didn't want to speculate. I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way.
Actually, his voice sounds familiar as well. Both of them sound familiar.
What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate.
Yeah, that's probably a bad thing.
And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope.
Okay.
But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher?
He's smiling.
Nothing
That
does.
smirk.
Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
Sorry, that face is just like he's trying not to laugh. Like,
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
Okay.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
Okay, that completely threw me off there. How the screen is slightly tilted, but like the text is still straight. That completely threw me off for a moment there.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Also, here's a question. If he's a mechanic, why does he have like a knife, sword, dagger thing, like, on his holster?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Uh-huh.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem.
Okay.
I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
No.
Drop the act. We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatara Suna has worked.
I don't feel like you should have turned your back on him. I feel like that's very stupid.
I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
I feel like he's gonna stab him in the back.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
Yeah, I told you. I told you that was gonna happen.
A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
Bro, just stabbed him in the back. I told you shouldn't have turned your back on him. Did he just die?
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you
Oh no,
credit
he's
for.
wounded. Okay, he's not dead.
I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start.
Oh, so they were suspicious of you from the beginning.
It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatara Suna.
Oh.
Did you really think you would be able to...
He's the doctor!
plan?
I should have seen that coming. Oh, was he voicing Escher? I have to Google that. Sorry, there's one thing on Genshin Impact. Was he voicing Escher there, or was that someone else? Matthew Greenbaum. Okay, so no, it was someone else. I guess. Well, I mean, if he was, oh, man, that's impressive. If the doctor can disguise himself and like disguise his voice, that's impressive.
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Man, Mick Winger, I love your voice, man. He sounds so good as the Doctor.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this?
So he wants the
Why
Balladeer
all this trouble?
to go in the furnace?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment.
Man, the Doctor's so evil.
If
He's
you must
so
know,
evil.
I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
The Doctor.
The Fatui? Who? What do you want?
Wait, so this means the Fatui have existed for a really long time. Did we know this before? I don't feel like we knew this before. But that means, like, the Fatui have been, like, around for, like, 400 years. Right?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
Damn.
That's it. That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Damn.
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise.
It's so weird to hear the Doctor's voice coming from an NPC.
My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind.
You mean it with the puppet in mind, aka
It is easier for a
Baladier.
person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet.
God damn! This seems
Make
so
no
fucking
mistake,
dark!
Even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
So I didn't even realize, that means... I mean, I guess the Doctor, like, creates different segments of himself. Because there are multiple different... Because back then there were multiple different versions of him. So... Damn, so the Doctor really is like Doctor Who, because he can just, like, keep saving portions of, like, different fragments of his life, and then he can essentially just keep living on forever and ever through his different segments. That's really clever. I think he's gonna die.
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us.
I don't feel like he's gonna do that. The Doctor is evil as shit. He wants to use your friend.
Prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target.
Oh man, he
You
died.
simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat.
At least he admits he's a monster. Like, you know, he's not pretending he's a good guy. He's fully aware he's a bad person.
I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa, already dead. What a pity.
Oh my god! I love the Doctor's voice. He's so good. How was it day by? What? Niwa's VA is so good. I want to know who it is. Let me Google who's Niwa's VA. Niwa. I want. Trouble is with these NPCs is they never freaking announce them. Niwa. voice actors. Clifford Chapin is the voice of Niwa. But yeah, even that was a very good voice. That was a very good performance. I hope we get to kick his ass when Station I comes out. Tutorial needs to be humbled. 100% Phantom Flame. That would be the... Holly, calm down. Calm down. If you hear whining in the background, sorry, it's my dogs. Are you offering your opinion on the Doctor, are you? What do you think of the Doctor? I don't know if you can hear her. But yeah, if the Doctor becomes a boss fight in the game, I would absolutely love that. That would be so good, and I want to decapitate him. I want to shank him so fucking badly. That was a good transition, actually. I quite like that.
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me.
Jester?
Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Damn, he looks so cool though, Dottore. Does his hair look different to how we last saw him, or is that just me? Oh yeah, I kind of forgot this was a flashback. You good, bro?
Hey, are you alright?
Dumb question, I know. He's clearly not alright. He's clearly just realized he's been betrayed for...
Dottore. Dottore.
Yep, he's kind of mad. Damn, that's good. That's rough, buddy.
Good.
What do you mean good? This isn't good.
Was that the Doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
I'm afraid so. He was the one behind the Tartarusina incident.
Why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Oh, so he just set it up so that while trying to find the information on the Descenders, the Balladeer would come across this information. Interesting.
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
What do you mean it means nothing? Your life has been a lie!
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace.
Yep.
You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
Yup. This betrayal was a lie that he has believed for hundreds of years. Was this part of the Doctor's experiment? Probably. If the betrayal never happened, it existed only in his imagination, but where does that leave him?
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
Okay, let's go over there.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
He has every right to feel the way he's feeling right now.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the Doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Paimon! He has been betrayed, he has been lied to for 400 years. His whole fucking life has been a lie. Like, post him leaving Tatarasuna. Like, what do you mean? Are you this stupid? Are you this stupid? God, this is why I hate Paimon. Okay? Like, Paimon can have good writing, and then there are times like this where Paimon has just really bad writing, but like, why do you have to be this stupid? It's obvious. God damn it, anyway. Inversion of Genesis Archon Quest is the best Archon Quest. I love it so much. Hey, hello, Algo Wasta. I probably completely butchered that name, I'm sorry. But yeah, hi, welcome to the stream.
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday.
Damn. I kind of feel bad for him.
So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the kabuki mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as the mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future.
Damn. From a writing perspective, though, I do love how evil the Doctor is. Like, the Doctor's writing is really, really good.
Of all the unwitting participants in the Doctor's experiment, the Balladeer became the main test subject.
Yeah, you can just see how angry he is. He has every right to be that mad.
After the events you just saw in that memory, the Doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the Balladeer.
Okay.
Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the Balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?"
Oh my god. So, even...
The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for. He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants."
What the fuck? So, he killed Niwa, put his heart in a machine, gave it to the Balladeer, and even when Niwa was dead, he still protected his friend who was, at the time, the Kabuki Mono, you know, Scaramouche. Wow, what a friend! Niwa's a goat.
The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The Balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the Balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
He threw Neo's heart to the ground. Oh, he must feel so awful. I feel bad for the Balladeer. Like, God, Dottore needs the beating of a lifetime. I'm going to shank him so hard when we get to Snezhnaya.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
Yeah, it sure fucking is. Being betrayed and abandoned by a close friend is sure to cause great resentment. Now that we know what was behind his decision to get revenge on the Raiden Gokuden 100 years ago. But that doesn't mean that vengeance was the right decision.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Yeah, I feel like, you good, bro? You okay? A while later.
Shall we see how he's doing?
Sure. You okay, man? Do you need a hug?
You alright?
Why are you smiling?
That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me?
Yes.
If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
You just want to make sure this doesn't affect the plan. God damn it, Ether! You could have some empathy.
It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Damn, I get that Ether and is probably mad. Is like very mad, Like, obviously, the whole Balladeer, the whole Fatui thing. But, like, you've just learned about this guy's entire trauma and his life being a lie. At least show some empathy toward him.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
Paimon, shut up.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, duh. So shut up, Paimon.
But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Okay.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Not unexpected, but still, thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Okay, go on.
Huh? About what?
The reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was her first destination when she arrived in this world.
Oh! Wait, does this mean the Balladeers met, Lumine?
Plus, she only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded to the summoning. What does that mean?
The heavens responded?
The Jester told me this himself.
The Jester.
You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria.
Ayo?
And lived with your sister for a time.
The Jester and was another Fatui Harbinger?
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this.
Okay.
Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Interesting. So, the Jester's another Fatui Harbinger. And he was a royal mage in Conria who knows... So that makes me think that when we get to Snezhnaya, we're gonna be able... Maybe we'll be able to, you know, get information from this Jester. Maybe. Hopefully, providing he's not also evil.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
That smile. He's like, yeah, I did good!
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Oh? What's... Bubble!
What have you done?
We're in a bubble!
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long.
Okay.
I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
What do you want to know?
Give me your hand.
Right now? We gonna slow dance? No?
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
Yes. Are you trying to brainwash me? I don't think you can do that.
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
Oh, is he wanting to bring his friend back? Is he wanting to try and, like, change Niwa's fate? Because that was the person who counted as his family. Wait, why would you ask that?
Done.
Huh? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking him for helping me.
Wait, did he see me hesitate? But that was because I know about Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Ooh. Uh-oh, I think by not denying him immediately... Oh, I was trying to read that.
I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Yeah, by his hesitation gave him the answer he needed. My favorite part, oh my god, oh.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Balladeer, stop!
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Damn, he went poof.
From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist.
Is he trying to delete himself? Wait, but wait. We know that that's not possible because Ruka Devata told us that that was a paradox. So it won't work.
Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Damn, like, I understand what you're trying to do, Balladeer, but ultimately this is stupid.
Hey, Balladeer, don't do anything stupid.
It's too late. He's already doing something
No,
stupid.
I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Balladeer! Balladeer!
And he's gone.
Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow.
I mean, I can't say I'm surprised at that outcome. Who knows? Maybe that's why he gets his outfit change. Because obviously on the banner he was dressed in blue, right?
Oh no, he's really gone.
Yep.
Oh, can you hear me?
Hi, Nahida. We've kind of lost the guy we were babysitting.
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out.
You tell Nahida everything that just happened.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left.
Well, he was. You fucked up, Nahida.
Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Well, his intention there was clearly to delete himself. By his own words.
Where did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it.
I think there's quite a bit of delay. Let me refresh chat real quick. Sorry, 1 second. I think there might be a bit of a delay between the stream. Okay, I think it's fine
We're
now.
running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
Alright, bet. Well, that could have gone better, chat.
We're out. And we're at, an inn or something?
Apparently.
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
But I want to help you!
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
Oh, okay.
Emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster.
No, what was that?
Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Sorry, 1 second. Holly, it's okay, Baba. Sorry, every time you hear one of those, I'm gonna turn my phone on silent. Because every time you hear one of those notifications gone by, it's just because there's a camera at the front door, and I think it's getting triggered by the rain. Anyway, continuing on.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
Because he's gonna be trying to delete himself. It's obvious. Paimon doesn't regret Lord Ruka Devata, and the Balladeer's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain in full. The truth might be very distressing for Paimon. I don't mind distressing Paimon. Sorry, that sounds kind of cruel. But, like, the fact that he said, like, he wants to change the past, and he said everyone who you know, lost their lives or whatever had their lives ruined because of him, Those were his own words. Like, I don't feel like there's any other explanation, but because he can't, you can't delete yourself, as were Rukadavada's words, it's not gonna work. I'll skip the part about Gretel and Rukadavada for now and focus on the Balladeer. You tell Paimon what the Balladeer asked you and what he might be planning.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible.
It's not easy, that's for sure.
Right. You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life. It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it.
Yeah.
So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do.
I don't know.
Paimon's so confused.
You're always so confused. You speak as if this is a rare occurrence, Paimon. Maybe he wants to erase himself from history? That's what I've been saying! Oh, Paimon, look what you've done! You clumsy piece of shit!
Sorry. Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladier's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress. But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
Yeah, I'm just guessing it.
Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him.
Damn, we're calling the Balladeer a brat now. I mean, he is, to be fair.
There's
Can't
no way
deny
he'll
that.
actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
That is true, actually. I hadn't thought about that. Sorry, I'm just eating a biscuit, don't mind me. Indeed, if the Balladeer does erase himself from Irminsul, many people in Inazuma will be affected. I can't imagine that what the situation would look like. Worst case scenario, it will affect everyone connected with a connection to the Raiden Gokuden. Kazuha, Ayaka, Ayato, which... Will this mean they will disappear too? Probably not. It probably just means they'll view the past differently.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next?
Sleep.
Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight.
Me neither!
So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things? Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety here.
You're just making me hungry now, Paimon.
Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish.
Alright, you can... I'm not listening to all your foods.
Also, Adeptus.
Okay, I'm not listening to all the foods. You're just gonna make me too hungry. You okay? What's wrong, Paimon?
What do we... What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. What was it again?
You were getting so worried about the situation with the Balladeer that you started listing foods.
The Balladeer?
Oh no, he actually did erase himself. Jesus Christ.
Is that a food too? Huh. Weird name though.
that ether face is great. Yeah, great. Paimon doesn't remember the Balladeer. That must mean he actually pulled it off. He's gone! He's dead! No, he's not. I just said it wouldn't work, but, you know. But how did he have that ability? That doesn't make sense.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
No.
So, the Balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
Either's like, God damn it, Paimon, I'm gonna have to explain all this again. If this is really happening, I need to know what else has changed. Paimon, come with me.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
I wanna go back to Inazuma.
Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Now's not the time to explain. Let's get over there first. Okay! Great, wonderful. Let's go to Inazuma. Sorry, 1 second. Yoink. Yoink! I think that was a, oh yeah, there's an achievement there. There we go. Continuing on. Dang it. Alright, 1 second. There we go. Hi-ya! There we go.
We made it! The Amanoma Smithy!
Ah, it's been a while.
Hello, Toga! Pardon me, I'd like to ask a question if I may.
Of course. Go ahead.
About the Raiden Gokuden, could you tell me that story one more time?
Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more.
Okay. I'll put it on autoplay.
The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju.
Right.
The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft until they became 5 distinct traditions. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive.
Damn.
But fortunately, Kaede Harakazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokuden 5. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
True.
Oh,
Hi,
yeah,
Mimikyu.
we were.
Said my dog just
Paimon remembers
snoring.
that now. We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then, too. It seems like such a shame.
What was the reason behind the decline?
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed.
Okay.
In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaede Harakazuha about this.
So, just to be clear, before all this happened, before the Balladeer erased himself, was it him that was put an end to the Raiden Gokuden? Is that what this is saying? This would mean he deleted himself, but his actions remain. No, didn't we learn from Rukkhadevata that deleting yourself is a paradox because you can't eliminate yourself? I swear that's what she said. I could be wrong though.
He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale.
Spit it out, old
The
man.
Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion.
It was? Okay.
And chose not to flee,
Cool.
but he rushed
Thank
to
you,
the
Aldo.
scene, hoping to prevent a disaster. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day. And overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made it out. The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow.
So
to
Niwa
his
still
family's
died.
fortunes. His orphan son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world.
Damn.
In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty Shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him.
Damn.
Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it.
Oh.
Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent up anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden.
I'm not gonna lie, this is so much information I'm being told right here. My brain is not processing half of it, so I hope that you guys are catching up
But
in
when
chat.
he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life.
Damn.
That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
The legend of the sorry, the legend of the I can't speak. The legend of the Raiden Gokuden has changed. Someone else attacked the swordsmiths. It looked like the Balladeer did something in Irminsul, but it seems Niwa still died. Yeah.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Have you seen Kazuha recently?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while over some tea. He seemed well.
Hey. Well, yeah. Of course, he still exists. You already heard him mention him. That's all. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? Your expression
All right,
is
cool.
on to the next step.
Cool. I'm skipping ahead of your dialogue, Paimon, because I'm a bitch. Where are we going? Kamisato Estate, probably to get an update on Ayaka and Ayato.
We're here. This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters, so...
Traveler, it's been a while.
That is not the voice I was expecting from him.
If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate. They're not here right now.
Damn.
Are they out on business?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place. If it's urgent, you're welcome to wait inside until they get back.
Okay.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
Thank you. I'll take you up on that offer. Can I do another courtyard?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I think it should be okay.
I haven't actually met Ayato in the game yet, so this will be interesting.
We'll be heading in then. Thanks.
I haven't done Ayato's story quest. So, technically, we don't know who he is.
Hello, dears. Is there something you want to say?
Ma'am, could I ask a couple of questions?
Of course, traveler. Yes, I know who you are. Miss Kamisato has told me about you.
Cool.
What would you like to know?
How are the commission? How is the commissioner and Miss Kamisato these days?
Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds of meetings and occasionally paying visits to some local organizations on the commissioner's behalf.
The commissioner, I'm
As
assuming, is
for
a
the
Yato.
commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever. That much hasn't changed. Although, he does seem to be in a rather good mood these days.
Her voice is kind of annoying me, I'm not
Pretty
gonna
much
lie.
business as usual on the Yashiro Commission, huh?
Very much so.
Ayato is still the Yashiro commissioner, and Yaka is still the lady of the house. No changes there. As far as I can see, nothing's changed in the Yashiro commission either. I was expecting as much, but it's still a big relief to know that the Kamisato siblings are both safe and well.
Well, got any more questions?
That's all for now, many thanks.
You're very welcome. In fact, I would love nothing more than for you to come and visit.
I'm just
Miss
gonna
Kamisato talks about. I must say,
I'm flattered, cool. I don't want to listen to you anymore, I'm sorry.
Bye for now. We're,
Atara sooner.
goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry, we'll...
all right.
Cool. I don't mean to sound rude.
Are you two leaving already?
Yep, everything's taken care of.
Very well.
Okay, bye. Yeah, sorry, I didn't want to skip ahead of that, but like, I could, something about that, no offense to the voice actor, that voice, like, was driving me a little bit insane. So I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, I'm sorry. Not only that, but I want to get back to the lore. I don't really, you know. Wait, oh, it's Xavier.
Well, here we are. But what are we looking for? Something or someone?
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the Traveler and Paimon?
It's Xavier.
Hey, what are you doing here?
What do you mean Xavier?
General
His
area,
name is
and
Xavier.
Now I'm in this specific area. There.
Or is it
that's
Xavier?
me.
I don't
So
know
what
how to
you
pronounce
do?
names. Maybe it is Xavier and I've just been pronouncing it. Is it Xavier and I've just been saying like Xavier or Xavier all this whole entire time? Do I just not know how to pronounce things? Do you know much about Tetsuya?
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away.
The history.
The back of my hand. Make no mistake, I have been here a good many times before. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families...
Go on, I'm listening.
Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation. Goes...
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade.
Oh, the
Seems
doctor
like
was still
technological
existent?
collaboration between our two nations go...
Mechanic, huh? Looks like the doctor still sabotaged the furnace leading to the... Yeah.
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatara Suna? Come on, ask her.
I am.
I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today.
Cool.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden...
Pretty much,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Have you heard of a kabuki mono connected to an
A
Arizona?
kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word. Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually.
Huh.
But sadly, I've never had the pleasure. Nor
So,
have I come
yeah,
across
he
anything
has
to do with
erased
the kabuki
himself.
mono where Tatara Suna is
So there's no more kabuki mono. Did the Balladeer really manage to erase himself from history completely? If so, he must have wanted to change the world to revert everything back to how it really was, but so far it looks like the majority of the changes have only affected himself. Thank you, Xavier.
Of course, don't mention it.
Cool.
We're leaving?
Bye.
Oh, you're most welcome.
Bye.
Farewell.
Bye. Bye. Later.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for.
Time to head back to see this orcus now.
Sure, but what's up with you today? Whatever it is, it seems like it's really troubling you.
Yeah.
Keep your real Spino Crocodile.
Spino Crocodile?
Paimon will always be there for you.
Thank you, Paimon.
Hey, don't mention it. Alright, let's head off and go meet Nahida.
Man, I can't wait for the day that you turn into the unknown god Paimon and then betray us. And then, you know, we'll be very upset at the fact that you separated me and my sibling, you know. Can't wait that day. That's going to be such a good day. You know when we learn this information? Oh wait, hold on, I've got to... There we go. Oh.
Hey, it's them.
I wanna... Can I just skip this? I don't want to do this.
Akaba, Sawada.
You're side characters, I don't care. Oh, the essay?
Indeed we are. If you have a moment, we'd love for you to join us once more.
No!
Time?
It's the same topic.
Still looking for more info about Tatara Suna, huh?
I don't care.
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress.
The article that you let me read last time was great. Can I read it again?
Huh?
No, I'm not reading it
I
again.
presume you'll want to read mine as well.
No! I don't care! The content has changed, another effect of tampering with the information of Incel. The balladeer said he'd erased 2 of his names, but if he really succeeded, he must have taken all his might, but still.
Well, what do you think?
A masterpiece!
Traveler, remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this? Well, we just got-
What
Sure.
did you find out?
it's a long story.
Yeah, cool.
Swell,
I'm
well.
skipping this.
This
Uh-huh.
new information-
This is so interesting.
We're back at it.
Okay, bye. I'm so glad I spent all this time on this lovely conversation that I don't give a fuck about. Alright, bye. Anyway. I'm interested in the main storyline. I don't care about the side parts. That's not what I don't care. It's just that I don't want to spend forever just sat here like with it autoplay being like, all right, well, guess I'll just let them talk about things I don't understand. Anyway, hi Nahida, how you doing?
Nahida, we're here.
Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't
Anyway.
had stress this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up, and then he decided he wanted to go to Inazuma.
I was investigating the situation in Balladeer.
Balladeer? It sounds like some kind of code name.
Yeah, even Nahida doesn't.
To tell me?
I feel like we should tell Nahida. Even Nahida doesn't remember, just like last time, any changes to Irminsul affect her as well. The Balladeer added quickly, he finished erasing himself before Nahida could stop him. I'm the only one who still remembers things were erased. Once again, I am the record keeper.
Traveler?
Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
There are things that have happened that only I can remember. I have to tell you the truth. What, about Ruka Devatra as well? Piece of broken story that was scattered across time. Okay, so it's just about the Balladeer, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all this.
That's quite a story. So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past.
Yup.
But how was he even able to do that?
I don't know.
As the Traveler said,
Oh yeah, I do know, but
became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it. Nevertheless, it does make sense.
so it was just a robot?
If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality.
Yup.
So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because Well, because he literally changed the world?
Pretty much.
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But the traveler
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to
comes from
skip
a
that.
world beyond to that. That's why there's no information about him in Irminsul, and it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect him.
Exactly.
So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it.
You can say that again.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this balladeer guy's motivations. Why did he do it?
Because he hates himself. Or because he feels guilty that he wants Niwa and all of his other friends back then to have a good life, but unfortunately it didn't work.
I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, only you remember that.
I'm not really sure. We were enemies after all, but I don't know his perspectives on all this, so I can't really say why he did something so extreme. Did he really want to reset everything or save someone, or did he want to completely undo his existence? I kind of feel like it's a mix of all three there, wasn't it? Everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all. Maybe that's all there is to it. I still remember the question he asked. He asked me specifically, and my hesitation gave him his answer. I hesitated because I witnessed Great Lord Rukkhadevata erase her own existence, but I can't tell Nihida that. Well, she erase her own existence? She got Nihida to erase her, which is like a previous... Like, Nihida's just Rukkhadevata's reincarnation. But yeah. To be honest, I was so sure it could work, but I can't tell them that.
Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share?
I just feel empty. He chose such a radical option, and yet...
It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right?
Yep.
Once the balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. Now he saw them as friends again.
Damn. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just refresh my thing real quick. Hopefully it's... Is it still streaming? The stream's not causing any problems, is it? Sorry, let me just check. I don't know. Hopefully the stream's okay. Let me know if there's any problems with the stream, guys.
He couldn't... And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try.
True.
The story makes sense. Every part of it. The balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul.
Yep.
That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for his friends.
Pretty much.
It just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
Pretty much. Yeah, he changed the world in many ways, and yet the dead still didn't get a second chance. Those fated to a tragic end could not be saved. What exactly did he want to fight back against? The betrayals in his life, or did he wish he never existed at all?
Please wait a moment. I want to check something.
Okay.
Found it. This should be the one.
Oh? It's a cube!
It turns out that I have a strange way of confirming everything he has told us.
Oh?
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner.
Okay.
You should take a look.
Okay. Surprisingly, the information presented to you is in a way that resembles a fairy tale.
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it?
This matches everything I said.
I authored this record myself.
Huh.
Huh? You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the balladeer?
So maybe Nihida wrote that as like a precaution just in case something like that were to happen.
When combined with the traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
Yep.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Pretty much.
Yes. any information about the Balladeer or the Kabuki-mono in other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact.
Right, okay, so she purposely wrote it as an allegory because she knows if she uses the words Balladeer and Kabuki-mono, the story would just been erased. So she intentionally wrote it like a fairy tale so that it would transfer over to the if the past got changed. Well, that's really impressive. Well done, Nahida.
Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that.
Very clever.
But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the Balladeer entered Irminsul.
Very clever.
That's incredible! What a great idea! And sending the Traveler into Irminsul with the Balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew he'd remember everything.
Yeah, because you know we're a descender.
This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one he told us. The now erased life of the Balladeer.
Man, Nahida's so smart.
There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends.
Aww.
The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them.
So this is representing the doctor?
But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree, who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished
so the
to become
kitten...
a fox, but its tail was too slender, and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten.
Okay.
Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us.
So basically the monster in the fox fur basically represents disguised Tori, and the kitten basically represents Scaramouche or Balladeer or
Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice.
Or put it out with water.
A
No,
fox
okay.
stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it.
Damn, this is some kid
Was
story.
turned into a beautiful
Some fairy tale.
water, clear, spotless, and pure. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin."
Damn.
The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing.
Oh.
The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live.
Oh, this is representing the little kid he
Passed
found.
away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good.
Yeah. This is a very clever way of telling that story.
Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content.
Okay,
I
well.
will become the
That's
new
a cool
moon,
shot.
the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world.
That's a cool artwork.
And no one can know that they were different.
Genskara is such a cutie. I know!
Solved it.
What do you mean we solved it? Paimon, you know, whatever. Just move on.
I remember now. This is not just the Balladeer story. It is his very own memories. I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened.
Very clever,
To become
Nahida.
a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet.
Damn.
This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with.
Damn.
Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his memory for later use.
Damn, that's so dark. Oh, I feel bad for the poor Balladeer.
I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
That's good, yeah.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
The Balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you.
Yeah.
Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail. That Conria was where your twin first came into this world.
Yep.
We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger.
I've never had this feeling before. It feels like life is as insignificant
Sounds like
as...
Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around.
Nope, you hated him.
Still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us.
Yep.
So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny.
Right.
To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance
Oh, Nahida talks too much. I love you, Nahida, but my god, you love to talk.
Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding us toward a better destination.
Uh-huh.
And that is what you have been doing all along.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Nahida's right. Cheer up. How about we go get something to eat? We can pick up this heavy conversation again later.
I'm not having a break,
Good
Paimon.
idea.
If the quest ends here, I'll be
Why don't we take him out
furious.
for a walk to clear his head?
You got it. Come on, traveler. You need to get out of your head for a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk.
I know. Well, if the quest ends here, I'll scream.
Let's go get a snack for one of the
Okay, it's not ending.
That'll be sure to lift our spirits.
Alright. Sorry, Paimon, I interrupted you. Okay, no. Chat, how much longer of the quest do I have left? Like, just roughly. Give me an estimate. Or if you don't know exactly, like, just give me an estimation of how long do we have like an hour, half an hour? Are we nearly done? Like, give me an idea. If you're aware. If you don't know, that's fine, but just so I'm aware. Or have some sort of clue. Down. You're going down now. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I need to go in here, don't I? There we go.
What should we eat first?
You. We should eat you, Paimon. You're the emergency food after all. I have a nagging feeling that there's something I'm missing. Something very important that I'm forgetting.
Hey, are you gonna answer or what?
No, we're eating you, Paimon. So it's just give me a minute. I'm still processing.
Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat.
Yes, we're gonna eat you, Paimon. Come on, brain, dig it out. It's gotta be in there somewhere. It was something about Ermin's cell and deleting oneself. Grey Lord Rukadevata, Forbidden Knowledge, Nahida.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
Yes, that was it. Grey Lord Rukadevata said that no one can erase themselves from existence, not even her. That's what I've been saying! Otherwise, why would she need to create her own reincarnation in Lesser Lord Kusanali to do the deletion for her? There would be no point.
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
No, I can't tell Paimon. She doesn't know about Great Lord Rukadevata. But this is a crucially important detail. It's simply not possible for the Balladeer to completely erase his own existence, in which case the question is, what happened to him?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
Well, how convenient. He is reincarnated. He's right here. Anyway, that was convenient timing. Around an hour and a half, maybe? I'm not sure. It's been a while since I last played through it. Wow, so we've got a long time yet. Okay. I'm going to try and get it through as much as I can, but...
Hey, wait!
You mean me?
No, not you. That kid. Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsetias and ran off.
Damn, he stole.
Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss.
Wow, so this is weird. This is really weird, seeing like a more innocent version of the Balladeer.
I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Who's that guy? You know him or something?
That guy's the Balladeer.
He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted.
Huh.
I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
Damn.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsetias, and I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually.
It's so weird having an innocent version of the Balladeer. It's strange.
You don't take days off. And in your free time,
I want Snarky guy back. I kind of miss him.
Are you a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsetias, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now?
Follow him.
Okay, stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
I'm gonna intentionally run in front of him. Where'd he go? Over here. Running. Also, chat, by the way, I didn't know this, before, because apparently I'm really incredibly stupid, but I just found out that, I saw someone posted on Instagram, I think it was like, a Carvin Al Haytham comic type thing on Instagram, and I can't remember who it was by, so I can't like credit them or anything. But like and I found out that this building is the Hospital of Sumeru. It took me that long to realize this is the hospital. It's a really big, weird, it's like a small building. Like, this is a really small looking hospital. I wonder if there's going to be a quest in the future that allows us to go inside the hospital. That would be cool. But yeah. Didn't know that, apparently. Hello, Kendu MPEG. Welcome to the stream. We are currently doing the last quest of Sumeru, which is the Inversion of Genesis Archon quest, which is about the Balladeer. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the Balladeer, what are we planning on doing?
Shush!
Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back.
If I wasn't seeing this with my own eyes, I would never believe it.
Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
Yes, why are you acting so friendly?
He spotted us.
Hi, Mon, just
You've
chill.
been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice.
You're right, we were following you.
Have we met before? No, we haven't met. But you know me?
Yep.
I have no recollection.
It's complicated, but I do know you.
Are you absolutely sure?
Paimon, shut the fuck up!
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
I can prove it! You're a puppet.
A puppet? What makes you think?
Paimon, you know this! Is Paimon this dense? I want to drop kick you across to bat. Paimon, I just... Can you play my Friday Night Funkin' mod named FNF Dave and Bambi Golden Apple Plus Plus demo? I have no idea what that is. Yeah, I generally have no idea what that sounds like a foreign language to me.
Huh?
You were right. The look on his face.
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer.
He's the
Since you've gone through all
wanderer.
this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important.
There's someone I want to take you.
Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more of him.
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
Oh, fair enough.
Oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you. Okay?
Alright,
Let's return to the city.
It's kind of weird hearing him be nice and everything. It's strange. Right, I'm gonna teleport back because I'm lazy and I can't be bothered to walk. I still have to go down. Dang it. Dang it. Hi, buddy.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
Your worst nightmare. I mean, hi, welcome.
Something's come up.
Hi, welcome.
and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry?
Fair point.
But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know,
You should go live your life.
Oh, what a nice guy.
But I don't...
I don't have a
No.
life.
Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find your path.
No,
Thank
how
you.
nice of him.
All right, done.
Cool, we're going. I'm wondering. I don't want to like skip through much dialogue, but like if it, I will try and like skip through as much dialogue. If it seems too repetitive, I will try and like gloss through it as much as I can. There we go. What's my honey bub? Hey Nahida, how you doing?
Nahida! Nahida! What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
This feels so strange. Because he doesn't. This is weird.
This guy on the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful walk.
You tell us, of course, that everything happened in the Grand Bazaar.
You say that you are trekking across to Vat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
That's a good point.
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots.
As in, like, you haven't found your
But
purpose?
these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain.
You had a previous incarnation.
I don't
And-
like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called previous incarnation.
Well, so these two are actually quite similar in the regard that they're both like different incarnations of each. Hello? Honey, you okay? Holly? You okay, baby girl? Is that you wandering around? You good girl. Sorry, it's my dog. You down then? Good gal. Anyway.
Oh, like a past life or something?
Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Yup.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation?
You were an absolute piece of shit.
Oh, okay. I
Sorry.
see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation.
We're just trying to think where to start.
If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear, but I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
How weird is this? So he was so desperately trying to erase himself from existence, only to find that he's just as desperate to know who he is. This is strange.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did. And many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike.
Damn.
You drifted from place to place.
You're not even
never
sugarcoating
able to
it.
settle, even where you found status and identity.
Ow.
You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
He tells the Wanderer about his part. Look, I'm glad it won't let it just
I
skips
gave
that part.
everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time. A chain of cause and effect. A cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
Yup.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
That's putting it mildly.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
You're actually enemies.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
Because we want you to face your crimes.
This is so frustrating. This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy. He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yep.
Yes, it's all true.
It's all
I'll
true.
show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Okay.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
You're gonna become traumatized.
With no heart and no name, there is nothing in this world for me to cling to.
Okay, cool. And so just
As you would.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my...
okay.
Good point. Given your...
Understood.
Thank you.
Let's prepare. Yeah. We're about to traumatize... Pardon me. We're about to traumatize this poor... Pardon me, poor innocent soul. I had hiccups there, I'm sorry. Right, let's blitz through this, this, thingy. Domain, that's the word.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth, but be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful.
You got it,
Sounds
Nikita.
like an immersive experience.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
No, you don't, but we came along anyway for the crack.
We never give up halfway.
It's good crack.
Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
Now I'm just finishing the job.
Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories here.
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
Pretty much.
You could say that, in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow miners?
Oh, Katsurugi.
No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Yep.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Huh. Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichio's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa.
Uh-huh.
He found the Balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna.
Yep.
The rest is history. Well, it used to be.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Okay, that I didn't know.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor disguised as a mechanic. The Balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after.
Okay, so it's not going to make us repeat the things we already know, okay.
As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident.
Damn.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Because things happened. Is there any chests around here? This is the one thing that kind of frustrates me about these kind of quests, is there's so much talking.
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabuki Mono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
My feet! Okay, we're good. I just wanted the chest, that's all I wanted. Moving on! Okay, there we go.
What are we doing back here?
I hear voices!
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
Oh, is this the kid who died? Also, I just realized the balladeer was technically born in a shed like Jesus. Just saying.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died. And then my dad got sick. He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
And then everybody died.
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
Sounds like hell. I mean, never mind.
Didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him.
Damn. He was like a 6-year-old. How did your kid become 6 years old? Or whatever, and he's not named? Explain that shit to me.
After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together.
Okay.
What happened to the child then?
He died.
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Damn.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something!
Man, you gotta love whoever voices the balladeer does a phenomenal job.
You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too.
Damn.
The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
Alright, we're moving along. Can you let me fight people? Oh, I missed that. Yay. Is there anything else in here? No, okay. Moving on.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct
Ah!
you.
Oh, the jester.
I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or
Sup, bitches.
drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
The long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
I quite like if that's it was the gesture's voice, so I quite like his voice. He's a cool voice. It's kind of deep. I'm stuck in a hole. There we go. Hey, you have a shield. I need to break it. Give me a moment. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're done. Damn it. No, no. Hiya. 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 Let me kill you. I have waited for this for over 2 hours. That felt so satisfying to commit murder. I mean, what? Oh, I remember this place.
This place is dark.
This is where we first met.
Paimon knows this place. It's the delusion factory in Inazuma.
Yeah, it's how we first met, buddy.
In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered the Balladeer here.
Such a creepy atmosphere. And so...
I remember this. It was an unsettling place.
Hey, look over there.
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory...
Is that Senora?
...fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan.
Okay, side note here. Side rant. Oh, hi Zenith. Welcome to the stream. Side note here. How does, this outfit, how does it stay on her boobs? I'm pretty sure boob physics doesn't work like this. She is defying boob physics. I'm just pointing that out there.
Perhaps you find fighting in the abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
What I just joined into? You joined into Chaos. Welcome to the stream, Plague. We're currently doing Inversion of Genesis Archon quest, which is the last last quest I'm going to be doing of Sumeru for at least for quite a while. And yes, I really hope the first thing you didn't hear was me talking about boob physics. That would have been really awkward timing if the moment you clicked onto the stream, you just heard me talking about that.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear
But my point still stands,
Don't
okay?
start thinking you're invincible. And don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
True.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it completely. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else.
That's crazy, considering the fact that you thought you were above everybody else when we fought and we saw you die. You did hear that? Okay, bad timing, but you can see what I mean, though. You just have to look at Senora and understand the context of what I'm talking about, okay? The boob physics does not compute, okay?
Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Only you won't because you're about to die. Bye. Have fun in the grave.
Poor little tongue. She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Okay, we're continuing.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
Dang it, I missed.
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right? Witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an act?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Okay. I'm just...
Locked up.
This is chaotic! Alright, this is weird, chaotic, crazy. Okay, we